Hi, and welcome to Queer Profits Podcast, where we dive into topics and issues nobody really wants to talk about in the world, socially, and in your business. Queer Profits is all inclusive. Everyone is welcome. When I say everyone, I do mean everyone. If you've ever felt like you didn't fit in, well, you found your place, no matter who you are, no matter what. On today's episode, it's just going to be me again. Do this on occasion when I don't interview anybody. Today what I'm going to be talking about is how do you optimize your business. This is an overarching theme to any business is optimization. And of course, as always, we will certainly include our three pillars, which are inclusion, community, and growth. So optimization in your business, right? In other words, what I mean when I say optimization is really the idea of how do you get better? How do you make your business even better than it is? How do you optimize what it is that you're doing? In other words, things are working. How do we make them work better? Things that aren't working as well as we want them to or aren't working at all, what's the decision that we make there? Do we stop doing those things or do we look at how do we make them work, right? And that's sometimes a tough decision because if you're built like I am and you grew up in a family where you didn't quit things and you're that person, right? You're tenacious and you're driven. We can have a tendency sometimes to hold on to things a little too long, which isn't necessarily a good thing in business or in life, right? When's the right time to let go? To just say, you know what, that didn't work. That isn't something that we want to be doing in our business right now. And so let's come back 6 months from now and look at it. Or let's reassess at the end of the year or whatever it is, right? Or in the next year. That's hard sometimes because, having this idea of trying to make things work and moving forward in your business, and this was really something that was in our plan and that we wanted to do, and yet sometimes you just have to say, it didn't work. Doesn't mean it was failure, doesn't mean there's anything wrong with you. Sometimes it's just not the right timing. Sometimes things happen in the world. Sometimes it just wasn't the right thing for your business. And, maybe 6 months later it will be. Maybe it won't. And you have to assess that. And I think for me, that's the fun of business. That's the fun of marketing is that you're constantly and consistently assessing and reassessing. You're constantly and consistently trying new things. You're constantly and consistency tweaking and changing and looking at numbers and seeing, okay, here's our standard, right? Can we do better than that and set a new standard that we then measure things against, whether it's ads, whether it's sales pages, whether it's a landing page, whether it's a product, a new program, a service, whatever it is. To me, that's the fun part of business and the fun part of marketing is constantly and consistently tweaking, changing, adding, taking away, trying this, trying that, adding this, taking that away. And that to me is the fun, right? Because no 2 days are ever exactly the same. Certainly no 2 clients are ever exactly the same. And that's part of what I love about the world of business and certainly the world of marketing. And so as you start to do this and you start to make these changes and you start to look at these things and you begin to optimize what it is that you're doing, what's working well, what's not working up to par. And it's not about failure, by the way. It's just that some things are going to work better than others. And the question becomes, again, here's the fun for me. The question becomes, do we want to keep doing the thing that's working great and take some of maybe the money that for this thing that wasn't working as well as we wanted it to and put it into the thing that's working great so that works even better? Or do we want to leave that where it is and let that tootle along, automate that, leverage that, automate that, or delegate that somewhere because it's working, right? Now it can take less of our time, attention, and energy, and maybe we do go focus on the things that aren't working as well. If it's not working, like here's what I know for sure. This is a fact of life. You can't multiply 0. You always get the same answer, right? It's always 0. So if you have something that's not getting any return, How long are you going to keep banging your head against the wall? How long are you going to live in the rut of doing the same thing over and over again for it not to work before you say, okay, right? It's not working. Let's try something different. Or it's not working. Let's stop that ad or whatever it is, right? And again, as entrepreneurs, we have this tendency to think that we can fix it, right? We're fixers. We can fix it. We can make it work. Well, maybe you can't. Maybe it's just not going to work. Maybe it's not the right thing for your business. And you've got to be able to know where that is. So what are the things that you choose to optimize? What are the things that and look, this is not something that you do on every Friday. This is something that's an ongoing thing, or once a month, right? Or once a year. This is an ongoing thing. How do we make things better? If you're not consistently asking yourself that question, or somebody in your company needs to constantly be asking yourself that question. Okay, this worked great. How do we make it better? What do we test, right? Maybe we send all the unopened this again to all the people that didn't open it and see what that does to our campaign. There's all kinds of ways to look at optimizing things, but it's a constant thing. You're constantly looking at this thing of your business and saying what's working, what's not working, what's working well, what's not working as well as we'd like it to, what's not working at all, right? And what you'll find more than likely is something related to an 80-20 rule. 80% of your efforts are going into 20% of your profits, right? And so if that's the case, the 80-20 rule works for almost everything. 80% of your profits are coming from 20% of your clients. 80% of your profits are coming from 20% of the work, of your marketing, on and on and on. And so when you start to look at that 20%, how do you apply the 80-20 rule to that? How do you continue to optimize and make this fun? Make this something that, whether you're a business of 1 or a business of 100 or a business of 1,000, this is something that you can bring your team. And even if you have virtual team members, your team and your staff can get involved in the optimizing of your company, meetings and those kinds of things that you're having. These are the things that you should be talking about. These are the things that make those kinds of things fun. How do we do better? How do we get more of that? What's the next thing that we can be working on, that we can be looking at, that will give us results similar to this? And how do we continue to make this great result that we're having even better? Those are the questions that you're going to ask when you start to optimize, really, really, really looking at optimization in your business. Need help with that? Reach out. Let's talk about how you can optimize and how you can do things better inside of your company. Because optimization is something that once you start doing it, and once you really start doing it on a conscious level, not only is it fun and exciting, but it will bring a different feel to your business life, to the community that you have, both inside your business and outside your business. When you start giving people more and better things, and offering more and better things, programs, products, and services, no matter what your business is, things will happen, and things are going to happen in a positive way. It's going to increase your profits, and it's going to increase the fun that not only you are having, but the fun that everyone in your business is having. So that's it for today. Business optimization. Think about it. If you have questions, reach out. Let me know. Thank you so much for being here. As always, I appreciate your time. Love that you spent some time with me today. Whether you're queer or straight, these are the kinds of things that are happening that you have to address and that you have to talk about inside of your business. And again, if you're looking to make more profits, and let's face it, who isn't? If you're a business owner, check it out. Go to queerprofits.com. I have a special report there for you called the 3 Keys to Growing Your Business Fast, Getting More Clients, and Making More Money. Optimization is a big part of growing your business, getting more clients, and making more money. Again, to get that report, just go to queerprofits.com, and it literally will take you less than 30 seconds to have access to, to that report. As always, let me know what you like, what you don't like. If you're a business owner and you like to be on, let me know that as well. Queer Profits Podcast is all about bringing our entire community together for the good of all of us. And as business leaders, we can do just that. unity, integration, and acceptance. That starts with each and every one of us, and it starts with each and every one of us every single day. So again, I'm Diane Conkle with Core Profits Podcast. Until next time, make it a great day.